Boom! Hey, John Sylvain here, and it is time for the John Sylvain Show. So today I want to talk about meditation. Meditation. I've been doing it for a long time. A friend of mine recently pointed out that when I started meditating, which was about 30 years ago, it was a weird-ass thing to do. It was like, okay, John, what are you doing? Now everybody's meditating. Everybody's talking about blah, 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 blah. And because everybody's talking about it, I think it's gotten a little confusing. But meditation, I think, is extremely good for you. It's one of the three things that I think everybody should do more of. Meditate, sleep, and exercise. So if you've been hearing me talking about meditation and you don't really know why or how to do it, this is for you. Here's the why. Okay, so we have reality, right? Reality exists. And our experience of reality is filtered by all of these opinions and judgments and associations and meaning that we come up with. So we're seeing the world through a filter of all of these thoughts that come up in our brain. So there's reality, and then there's what we think about it, right? Let me give you an example. So say this is reality. There's a tree. That's reality. Now, but we have all these sort of filters, right? Look at the filters, right? So it filters, but it's actually more like this. That is kind of how we look at reality with our thoughts over here in the corner talking and saying, well, what about this? What about this? And we're interpreting all this stuff. So it's good to get a handle on that. Right? So when you're meditating, what you're doing is you're trying to focus on reality. So you're focusing on reality, on the present moment, on what's actually happening. And what happens is all of these thoughts come up and get in the way, right? And so you become aware of how overwhelming all of these thoughts are and how much of an interpretation we put on the world. And so what happens is you don't really get control over all those thoughts, but you get a sense of how they're there. And because you have a sense of how much they're there, you start to get a little less controlled by them. In other words, you're sort of seeing how active your mind is, and you start to understand that there's a difference between reality, the real reality, and your interpretation of reality. And because of that, you start to have a facility with that. And on top of that understanding of what's real that you get from meditation, or at least the beginning of that, you also get all kinds of other things. It repairs the damage that's done by our ongoing sense of stress. Stress is actually basically the fight or flight, right? And we are not living in a world where we are about to be eaten. So we're constantly, but we have all these noises and all these threatening things, and our body responds as if we're out on the Serengeti and we're about to be killed. So that's what stress is. It's fight or flight. And meditation actually repairs some of the damage done to our systems by constantly being in stress. It's also good. It's good for your, heart rate. It's good for your blood pressure. And also, when you are actually focusing on that moment of the present, it feels really, 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 really good. So here's the thing. This is how you meditate. You focus on something simple. First of all, you get in a position that you can hold for 5 to 30 minutes. That's usually sitting down. The lotus position, where you're crossing your legs, and you can look that up, is ideal because it keeps you upright and you can be relaxed within that without falling over. But if you're like me and you can't bend your legs that way, and you can just sit down, it's nothing wrong with sitting down. You don't want to lie down because you don't want to fall asleep. You want to be alert. You want to be in a position where you can be alert but completely relaxed. So sitting is great. Sitting, lotus position, half lotus, crossed legs, kneeling. There's all kinds of stuff on that. But that's basically it. You want to be in a position where you can be alert but you can be completely relaxed. You're not going to fall asleep. And then you focus on something simple. You can focus on breathing. You can count your breath in, out to 10, or you can focus on looking at something like a candle or a simple picture, or you can focus on a mantra, something that you say over and over again. The purpose is you're focusing on something. So you're concentrating your mind. And here's the key. You're trying to focus on something. And you will not be successful. You will not be successful. Focusing on the present moment, as Brad Warner says, is like balancing on a surfboard. You will eventually fall off, but it feels good when you're on there. And it takes a lot of concentration to actually just be in the present moment and not think anything. Because your mind is going all the time. But what you need to do is say, okay, that's normal. That's normal. It's okay that I lost control of my mind because it's completely uncontrollable. And I'm going to try and come back to it. Tara Brach says that the process of meditating is coming back to the present. Just coming, like training your mind to come back to the present. Come back to the present. What I say is that meditation is actually the process of failing to be able to meditate. So you cannot fail at it. There are people who have told me, I can't meditate because my mind is too active. Those people have gotten bad information. Now, here's the reason you have bad information is because when you look at a meditating monk, right? He looks very peaceful. It looks as if his mind is completely blank and he's concentrating only on the present moment. He looks completely peaceful. Inside, he's going, oh my God, I forgot to pick up the bread at the market the other day, and I'm so mad at my boss. Oh, I wish I could just quit my job, but I can't because I don't have enough money. And oh, Moneyball. That was a good movie. That was a good. I wonder why Brad Pitt doesn't get more movies. Hey, was that written by Aaron Sorkin? Hey, that Michael Lewis, Michael Spinks. Oh my God, I'm meditating. I should get back to focusing on that my breath. 1, 2. That's what's happening inside that peaceful head of that monk. It's a roiling mess, just like you. So if meditating is the failure to meditate, you cannot, by definition, fail to meditate. Okay? So go ahead and try it. It's good for you. Oh my God, just keep trying it. It's just like exercise. The more you do it, the better it'll be. All right, that's enough out of me. Have a fantastic day. Bye.